the ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team. And
Edwards now on 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They're going for it with Dobbins. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
A gain of 6 yards.
On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
Allen, the man in motion right. They snap it to Herbert. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run with Dobbins.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Williams brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Chargers.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin
Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Chargers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 45 yards.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Again, Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Josh Palmer, the intended target.
And it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.